are well. Hope you are good. How was your day? How is your week going? It's a Friday, and thank God it's Friday. Well, the energy is, winding down, kind of, for relaxing for the weekend. Sometimes you can also have that energy rush out of excitement that you are entering the weekend. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just in the middle. I don't have that excitement, and I'm not so great with having a high energy, but it's okay. This must still be done anyways. So yeah, it's fine. Just like the topic I'm talking about, the essentials, the things that you need to, the checklist for getting your goals achieved. you know um we all have at some point dreams. And why do I know this? Because we all have that power to imagine. We all have that power to, create, to create in our imagination, because of, the kind of the higher power we have, as as the ones who bear the image of God. Sorry about that. I told you I'm just in the middle somewhere on the continuum of energy. So we all have that power when it comes to, creating something in, especially in our imagination. So we can dream, we can have goals, we can imagine some things happening. And that does not necessarily mean that things will happen just because we imagine them. I'm sure there are a lot of things you imagine that even personally you will pray that it doesn't happen. Okay. And there are some things that you intentionally work towards so that they come to life, or that you aspire that these things come to life. So if you are actually wanting a lot of things that you plan to come to pass, this video is for you. And if you are not, please share it with somebody that you think um that you think is aspiring for their goals to come to pass. Thank you. Hello, how are you? Hope you are good. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I am going to just start right away. So what are the things that what's that? So what are the things that you need to have, as the things that you need to tick off to ensure that your goals are getting achieved, okay? So, because it is one thing to have imagination, however, imagination alone does not translate to goals. Goals, I feel, is imagination mixed with, intentions and purpose. When you have that imagination and then you now put it to work, you put it to, it is now equating to your intention, and then your purpose is now in line, and then you're now like activating it to, in the journey of it becoming a reality. Now it is becoming goals. Because if you just imagine in your head, you could choose to leave it, and you could choose, to work with it. So if you choose to leave it there, that means that, it is just lying there as imagination. But if you choose to make things happen with it, if you choose to, allow something happen from it, if you want to, change it from being a potential energy, my science students, potential energy to kinetic energy, now giving it some energy to move, that means that something is changing. And if you can remember, in one of my live videos, I talked about, one of the laws of motion that says that one of the laws of motion that says that an object will remain in a state of inactivity unless it is acted on by an external force, and an object will also remain in a state of motion unless it is stopped, by an external force. So that is the thing that I'm talking about, that if you don't put things to action, your imagination is as good as just lying in your head. it's not, nothing is going to happen to it there. And the thing is, some of those things it could lead to frustration, because you are not even, you don't even understand. I mean, your wildest imagination is seeing it come to pass, but you are not giving it any activity to make it happen. So that could lead to frustration. That could even lead to jealousy if you see another person fulfilling their dreams. Okay. So, as much as you are dreaming, as much as things are happening in your head, especially good things, purposeful things in line with your purpose and values, you need to give them some energy to happen. That energy is required for you to make it happen, because nobody is going to make it happen if you do not make it happen. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about, the things that you need to talk to put. I'm checking my notes so that I don't miss out on anything, because I've made a note, I've made a list of all the things I've prepared for this before I came on here. All right, so the very first thing is vision. If you don't see it happen, or you don't see it, let's even not talk about happening. If you don't see it first in your inner mind, there is that little chance that it's going to happen. You have to first see it happening. You have to first see it happening before you can even put any energy to it. For it to move, you can't put energy to what does not exist in the first place. So where does it exist in the first place? In your mind. And you need to make it visible to your unconscious state, visible to your, even, let's not even go to unconscious state first, make it visible, make your goals visible to your conscious state, so that even when people ask you, so what are you working on right now, you have an answer, you have something to say, like, this is what I'm working on at the moment, this is, the project I'm working on, this is what I'm thinking about at the moment. You can state it in a clear word, that this is it, that you have in your that you have in your mind. So that is the first thing, vision. You have to make it plain. Even if the very first thing you do is write it out, you are a step away from what you used to be. You are a step from it just lying in your mind. You are a step away from it, just staying in your subconscious, and then it flows away with other thoughts. You are a step away. And the thing is, a statement that is written in black and white can never be denied. So even your subconscious cannot deny that there is this passion in your body, that or in your soul that you have. There is this passion in your mind that you have. So write it out, make the vision plain. Write it out so that anybody that reads it, even yourself, will be reminded of what you have written out. There are a lot of things that could happen eventually that could make you even forget that you are dreaming about something, that could make you lost your track of thought. You could be a mom like me, that your head is always thinking about something. You could be a wife like me, that your head is always thinking about something. You could be in the ministry, you could be a full-time worker, and your head is always thinking about something. If you don't write it out, you just see it evaporate away, and then you wonder why things are not happening. It's because the first things first, you are not writing it out. You are not making notes of the things that are happening in your mind. Okay, yeah, so that's the very first thing, vision. Make it obvious in your mind and write it out. The second thing is in your heart. In your heart, if you write it out and then you have a doubt in your heart, this is the moment at which you need to address your doubt. You need to believe in your own vision before anybody can be convinced about it. People can only push you as far as you can go. People can only believe you as much as you believe in yourself. If you don't make if you don't get people convinced that you yourself are convinced in your vision, nobody has the energy, nobody has the resources to waste on people who don't even believe in themselves. So you have a lot of self conviction to do before you even communicate your dreams at all. You have a lot of self belief to do to yourself. You need to sit down and believe in this thing that you're about to embark on, or that you have already embarked on. You need to be able to convince people, even when they think your dreams are crazy. You need to be able to say, yes, it looks very very big, or bigger than what I am right now, but I'm going to achieve it. You need to be able to convince yourself and to be able to stand before anybody. My God, the network is not so good. But yeah, I hope I'm back. So yeah, believing in your dreams, believe and being ready, to convince anybody. And the way you can only convince people is by first convincing yourself. Because nobody can believe your dreams as much as you can. Nobody can, work with your goals as much as you who carry the vision, are going to work with it. So yeah, the very first one I talked about is vision. You have to see it first. The second thing is in your heart. You have to believe, what you have written down. The third one I'm going to talk about is communication. You have to be able to communicate your vision, because if the if your vision is not bigger than just you alone to carry, then you need to dream again. It might start with you alone, but your vision must be able to be big enough, for you alone not to be able to, what's the word? Not the word manage. That's not the word I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for is for only you to carry it. When you dream, when you have vision, it should be a transgenerational thing. It should be a thing that will go beyond you. It should be a thing that you can transfer from one person to another. It's a thing that can accommodate people. Your vision should be able to accommodate people, should be able to um employ people. Yes, that's the word. Maybe not employ in terms of money at first, but probably employ their expertise, employ their wisdom, employ their knowledge, employ their money. You need people to invest, so you need to be able to communicate, because if you don't communicate what you believe in to your investors, how are they going to know what you do? How are they going to be able to put their unearned money, the money they have worked for all their life? Some people have retired. The only thing they do now is just invest in people. And it is possible only if you're able to communicate your vision, only if you're able to convince them that yes, this is what I am doing, this is what we have done. And another thing, this was not in my notes, I just remembered now. One of the best ways to attract people to your vision is to show them how far you have gone for yourself. That is when they will know you yourself are invested in your vision. If you're just talking about it, just putting it on paper, you've not even done any research, you are not able to answer questions, you've not even said what you can do, what you have done so far, people will just be like, I don't think this one is serious. Because you should be able to communicate. For instance, I have a YouTube channel. What is the goal for your YouTube channel? What are the strategies you are implementing? What are the things what is your niche? All those things. There should be the questions you are able to answer, to say, this is what I carry, this is what my vision is all about, and this is what I'm doing. Okay, and this is what I've done so far. Like I said, one of the best ways to attract people to help you is how far you have helped yourself, how you are able to show the evidence of the help you have done for yourself. Okay, yeah, thank God my phone is back now. So the next one I am going to be talking about is positioning. Positioning. There is nothing as beautiful as being at the right place at the right time. Positioning is very important when it comes to vision, when it comes to achieving your goals. You have to be placed in the midst, you have to find the right environment for yourself. An environment is not just, the physical environment. Environment is not just, your area where you live. Environment is also people. Who are the people you spend time with? Who are the ones you discuss your goals with? Who are the people that you show your drafts to? Like, this is the book I'm writing, and this is what it looks like. Who are the people that are proofreading it? Who are the people that are listening to your goals? Who are the people that are listening to your aims? Who are your people that you are ready to communicate to? Another thing is also your belief system, the system that you put in place. How are you able to achieve these things? How are you able to what's the word now, what are the systems you are putting in place in order to find that correct mindset? Have you changed your physical environment to be able to communicate? Because there's a way that your physical environment communicates vision to you. There is a way your physical environment, your room, how is it arranged? You might not even invest in interior decorators, but how is it, how is it pleasing to your mind? How is your mind able to, be creative with the state of your room? Just those things. And even if it is your work desk, how is it arranged? How are you able to, just be creative in the midst of wherever you are? So yeah, positioning. Another thing about positioning is, being with the right people that, you can, for instance, I have friends that are YouTubers, and I'm able to say, oh, this is what is happening right now. I'm not getting it on YouTube. What do you think I can do? Beyond just, watching videos on YouTube, there are other things that you can do, like relationships, and in terms of talking to people, in terms of being in the right place at the right time, and people will just guide you. That I don't think that's the best way to do it. I think this is what I did at this time and it worked for me. I think this is what you can do that can help you. People will give you guidance. People will give just everything you need to learn in order to get your goals achieved. Right. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is communicate. I've talked about that. Communicating, making your goals smart, specific, measurable, achievable. You know, um, R is R is I would think about it, but T is time bound. Being able to say by this time I am going to achieve this so thing. For instance, you want to lose weight by the end of by December 31st, 2020, December 21st, 2024, I am going to I should have lost like 10 kg. I should have lost 25 kg. I should have lost so kg. So I'm not just saying I want to lose weight by the end of the year. End of the year can mean now for some people. End of the year can mean the beginning of October or of November for some people. End of the year can be the middle of December so it is not specific. You have to be specific in order to be able to communicate your goals. So yes, this is my YouTube channel. How are you going to communicate to your future stakeholders, to say, okay, this is what I've been doing with my channel, this is what I've done so far, I created a smart goal, I was able to do this and that. They will know that you are knowledgeable about what you're doing. And it will also, and there's something about knowledge is power, but there is something more. It is very attractive. It attracts people to you. It attracts people of knowledge to you. It gives you that edge. Somebody else can be doing the same thing as you, but knowledge gives you, a upper edge, because it is so attractive. So yeah, that is what I want to talk about. That then the next thing, I want to say is resources. Now, resources is not just physical resources. It's not just the thing that you pay for alone. It's not just about money. It's not just about getting a shop. It's not just about getting an office space. Resources is not just about that. There are books, there are levels to things. You can start by gathering the right amount of knowledge about it. Read in depth, make your research. What do I even need to start with? What are the essentials that I need to put in place? How do I reach out to stakeholders? How do I do this? How do I do that? Getting the right knowledge from people, which takes us back to what I said earlier about communication. So yeah, you need the resources. Another thing about resources is tools. What are the tools that you need? Do I need a journal to track the progress? Do I need an accountability partner to do this? Do I need something to track the way I'm spending? Do I need an accountant? Do I need all that? You need the right knowledge, you need the right tools, and also you also need like the right knowledge in terms of you also learning about things. If you have to pay for a course, pay for it, because at the end of the day, what you pay to start up whatever is a seed. By the time, when I see a lot of people doing master classes today, when I see designers doing master classes, only God knows how much they used to learn. Whatever they learned is not as much as what they are earning right now. So the amount you are putting into your business to start up is not is just a seed. It's not as much as what you are going to cash out in the nearest future. It's not as much as the amount you are going to earn in the nearest future. So it is always a seed, and it is, you should be glad to put it into whatever you are doing. The last but not the least is relationships. This is very, it's often overlooked. You think that I don't have to have so person, I don't need to have so person, and all of that. You are just one person away from that very thing that you need. You are just one person away from the person you need to meet. You are just one person away from the job you've been looking for. You are just one person away from even the spouse that you want to meet. I've seen great marriages. I can count about two or three of my friends that met through friends, you know that, and they got married through. In fact, even myself, my marriage was through one person. I mean, probably not the person introducing us consciously, but it was through a relationship that it happened, you know. And the same way with, most, even the job I do right now, it was through somebody's referral. So that's to say that relationships will take you, will reduce a lot of stress on your part, will reduce a lot of work on your part, because somebody's already there doing the work. So yeah, don't play on relationships. I mean the right relationships. Don't joke with relationships. You will go a long way with the right relationships, especially in line with your vision. So those are the points that I really want to share. I hope that you had a good time, in this live video, and I hope that you can share with this video with your friend, with your family, and just enjoy the weekend with it. So I've got a lovely weekend ahead of me, and I just want to go and rest as quickly as possible. I hope to bring you along. My church is organizing a beautiful dinner for couples, and it's going to be a lovely time. I'm so excited about it, and I hope you have a lovely weekend ahead. I hope you also enjoy your time with your family. Take time to rest, pay attention to your health, please. Pay attention to your body, rest as much as you can. If you're not going to work, if you're going to work, find that time to rest your body, to rest your soul. It is needed. Where you need to outsource it. I know it is money going out of your account, but then it is health being restored to your body. It is health being restored to your soul. Thank you so much for joining this live video, and I hope you learned one or two things. Please drop a good comment. You can always go back to watch it on my channel. It will always be there. And I'm glad I'm able to give out values tonight. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.